offensive rebounds, but unable to break the seal.
They're doing something right to stay in the game here if they're not hitting field goals.
Barnes high for that rebound. And Barron to Barnes. What a catch and what a finish.
Once he's in the lane.
Oh! Barron driving.
Got pushed out of bounds.
Barron to work on Udrich again. Playing with 5 fouls. Can't run the risk of a charge. Finding Monta in his sweet spot. Yes, sir. An uncharacteristic shooting night. He's 3 of 14. Jackson kind of playing on one leg. Clock at 7. Barnes cutting. And Beatrice there to clean it up. But the better ball movement and the movement without the ball is paying dividends inside.
Well, for someone who never gets too many offensive touches, Beatrice does an incredible job of putting some points on the board.
20,018, a standing room only crowd. Salmons travel, caught his own shot again. Monta, nice touch pass. Jackson setting his feet. Ellis is playing a wonderful game.
Very vocal.
Aaron. Salmons waiting on the step back 3 to beat the shot clock. He did well just to hit iron. And Monta earns a new possession and puts it in.
How many little things can this young man do that make a difference and change the outcome of the game? He just keeps contributing.
You know where the Kings are going. Artest has been the money man. A two-man game with Bibby. Jackson on the overplay. Jackson and Monta with a steal. The push ahead. Monta down the lane, hanging, finishing, and being fouled. Monta and Jackson. What a pretty full-court play.
They combine to make the steal. Monta comes up with it, dodges the defense in the backcourt. Poked away by Jackson. Pulled up by Monta. Kicked out a little left-hand pass, and you know Jackson's going to give it right back to him. He waited. Drew the defender out. The last 30 seconds, hasn't he?
Barron's got the 5 fouls. Knocked it away. Another steal.
That takes courage to reach in when you have 5 fouls.
Lead at 8. The Warriors have added to 10 just once. Trailed by 5 here in the 4th. Clock down to 5. Jack, the jumper. And Monta is fouled. He was going to go cram that in. And Miller looked and said, who is this?
Where'd this kid come from?
Unbelievably athletic leaper.
He's a little man. Does he belong in here? When you see this, yes.
I'll tell you, this 22-year-old is hoisting the Warriors on his shoulder.
I'm going to use a little clock here. Get something good. There's no hurry.
Monta scored the Warriors last 9. And Jackson lets Salmons fly by and can't hit it. 2 chances now they've had to push it to 10. The Kings still alive. And Bibby making sure.
He wants a screen so he can turn the corner.
Back to Barnes. From the elbow. A rebound out to Miller. And Salmons. Blocked by Barnes. He saved the layup. Jackson to the rim.
What a play. At both ends.
Oh, Barron's fouled out. Barron is fouled out, an innocuous up and up.
Just crowding Brad Miller.
Test has 21. Go the other side, the missed 3. Rebound Monta.
Jackson fought Artest, and seriously, folks, he cannot jump. There's a crossover.
Monta got around Bibby and will get to the line. He froze Mike Bibby in the crossover. Bibby recovered enough to foul him. And now 2 huge free throws protecting the 6-point lead.
19 points in the second half for Monta Ellis, despite missing those last 2 free throws. There's a big crossover. And the foul from behind, that's why he couldn't finish.
30-point game of the season. But they're coming with more regularity.
Yes, they are. That's a good point.
Bibby, a deep three, and the Kings are still alive.
That was a dagger from Bibby.
So Barron fouling out. Ellis trying to carry the Warriors to the win. Barnes turning the corner. Azubuike, and shot it over everything. Still a two-possession ball game.
He should get a quick shot here. He's going to try.
Artest fading, firing, rimming it out. Rebound inside. Salmons. He's fouled and he puts it in. They rise to their feet at Oracle. A 10-second differential. Monte's picked up the dribble. Harrington nearly lost it out of bounds. Shot clock down to 5. Ellis knocked away with 4 to shoot and 15 left, and Don Nelson is going to use a timeout. Well, the Warriors' 8-point lead has been trimmed to 2. 15 seconds left. They have possession, but only 4 to shoot. Baron Davis is fouled out of the game. Monta Ellis has 31, including 13 in the fourth. Stephen Jackson has 24. So 4 to shoot as Barnes, Harrington, Beadridge, Ellis, and Jackson come on the floor against Salmons, Kevin Martin, Brad Miller, Bibby, and Ron Artest. Holding opponents under 100. The Warriors have won 27 straight. They get it into Ellis out of the baseline, and he hits it. Don Nelson designs a perfect out-of-bounds play. Monta is the man. 15 of his 33 in the fourth. 12 of 15 shooting. He's made 23 of his last 26 shots. Warriors are trying to grow up here without their floor leader. Salmons, Miller, Artest. With Bibby, Kevin Martin. Salmons nearly a 5. Artest struggling.
They won at 3.
8 seconds left. Salmons down the lane. He'll lay it up and in. He can run the baseline, and Barnes going to use it. Ideally, you'd want Jackson or Ellis shooting these free throws, because the Kings are going to go for the steal and then foul on the catch.
Well, Ellis is not going to stay in the backcourt. He's going to start running. Oh, there he does.
And throw it to Monta, and Doobie will catch him with 3.3 left.
That is a dangerous play, and it has to be thrown exactly right.
If you overthrow it, you've given the ball away.
Right, and if you underthrow it, you give up a steal.
Oh, Monta misses the first. So it will be a one-possession game regardless, and the Kings on a make or miss are going to use a timeout and advance it to half court.
This is an ever-important free throw.
Makes it.
So you can't do that. Well, yeah, you get just 2 free throws, but possession.
Artest is looking. Miller is grabbed. He is grabbed before the shot.
Barely.
Before the shot.
That was 0.3 of a second.
Okay. 3.3 down to 3.
Well, that means, let's see what he does. Oh, he's making.
He makes it.
We're going to foul immediately. Last time it was okay for Monta to miss one. You're not going to lose. The worst you come out of is in overtime. But these...
He's got them both. So Sacramento will use the timeout.
That's better.
Getting into Bibby to Artest to shoot a 3, and that's it. And your heart stops for a second as he had a good look at a triple, but the Warriors get win number 30. It wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty. Barron fouled out. With 2:11 left, the Warriors shot 41% from the field, but Monta Ellis goes for 34 points, and 16 of them in the fourth quarter. So they miss 11 free throws. They shoot it at 41%. They go 7 of 31 on threes, but they still come up with a win. And it's never dull at Oracle.